on your smart device and on 103.1 FM.
3TFM Community Radio.
Hello and welcome to another musical journey episode brought to you by TVAyrshire in collaboration with 3TFM. This is Eddie Campbell, and in this episode we feature the life and music of a local singer-songwriter, Debbie Campbell. Debbie has released her new album called About Time, and it is about time, I think, that this 53-year-old songstress stepped into the musical ladder. So let's hear from Debbie and a few of the tracks taken from Debbie's album.
In the distance, the soft chimes of a church bell stirs the echoes of memories he used to know so well. Soft tears in his eyes start to fall. It's much better to have loved than never at all. Than never at all. Picking himself up, he walks back into town. Past rows of buildings, they're all run down. Stops by the old hall where they had their first dance. He gets a glow in his heart fueled by romance. By romance. Song of the birds is the sweetest sound he has ever heard. Since the last breath of her final words, I'll meet you on the other side. Don't you fret for me. Like the changing of the tide, our love will last eternally. Don't you fret for me.
Hello, my name is Debbie Campbell. I live in Prestwick in Ayrshire in Scotland, and I am here to talk about my debut album, About Time.
We're going to talk about your album and About Time, but we're going to go back in time.
Back in time, okie dokie.
Okay. We'll talk about your school days.
Yes.
We'll try and relate it to music, but talk about school, primary school.
Primary school, I went to Mackinhill Primary School in Lark Hall. Some of the happiest days of my life there. I was very shy though at school. Extremely shy. I was a wee girl at the back, not even putting her hand up to ask to go to the toilet. So when the teacher came in one day and says, "Who wants to join the choir?" I thought, oh, why not? Everyone else was doing it, and we all auditioned, and I was about the only person that didn't get in.
Yeah. The public personality you've got just now,
it was nothing like that back then. No, nothing. I was really shy. My mum can verify that. People who know me at school can't believe the transformation. And I think it's music that's transformed. As you get older though as well, you do get more, your personality comes out more, I think, as you get older. And you learn not to be as shy. So yes, I wasn't upset about not getting into the choir, because I didn't think I could sing. I didn't come from a family that was really heavily into their music anyway. I mean, this was back in the 70s, so music wasn't like what it is now. There was no music videos as such, and you went to a wash to buy your vinyl and you played it, and the only way to get your lyrics for your songs was through the Smash Hits magazines. So music back then didn't play a big part in my life like it does now. So,
in school, did they have a kind of music department?
No, not really. No, not like what they have nowadays. Music wasn't, I don't really remember music. I think we all played the triangle and things like that, but in Mackinhill, I don't even remember the choir, going to see the choir. But then I moved to Troon, went to Mar College, and it was more musical minded, but I didn't really think of myself as a singer back then. I was still quite shy. I loved music by then. My brother, my big brother Scott, he introduced me to a lot of music and a lot of bands, and we bought a hi-fi and we played our vinyl on that. But I still wasn't really seeing myself as a performer, still shy.
I wanna get out of here. Can you read my face, see the signs? Like an actor on stage and screen, I leave clues for you sometimes. My smile, it may mask the fear. My dance moves hypocritical, seem alright on the outside. My behavior isn't typical. I'll break free. Where do I run? Call out, but who would come to my rescue, to my life? You may see smiles, but trace of tears. You'll find them all behind the veil of lies.
You mentioned smash hits and things like that.
Yes, I'm showing my age there, wasn't I?
Well, tell us some of the bands that inspired you from that.
I loved Adam and the Ants.
Right.
I loved Adam and I really had quite... I think he was my first crush. I just thought, wow. I wasn't really into Duran Duran and Spandau Ballet. I was more into the kind of punky. Blondie. Loved Blondie. One of my personal favourites is Kate Bush though. So my music taste is quite different. I don't just think punk, and I love all genres of music. Yeah, Duran Duran, I appreciate them now, but at the time I was more into the indie music, like the Smiths as well. I remember being upset about Hip Sway. I remember walking down Mark College's one of the corridors and somebody going, Hip Sway have split up. And that's the first time I really felt, I think it must have been at 15, 16. I thought, I loved them. That was the first pang of regret of a band that I loved no longer being there. So yeah, it's smash hits. Toya, loved a bit of Toya. I think I wanted to be a punk really inside, but I was too shy. I was quite a square at school.
Did you join the punk scene at all? Did you get into...
No, I liked the music, but I didn't. I had short hair back in the 80s. All teenagers had short hair and blue eyeshadow and blue lipstick. But no, that was as far as I went. I was too shy to be a punk.
No safety pins?
No, only when I had to sew something together. No, nothing. I got my ears pierced when I was in primary school. That was as punky as it got.
I've always sort of asked people at the transition from primary
Yes.
school to secondary school. It's an interesting one.
It's a
Because
very
a lot of people
interesting-
find it traumatic at times.
Oh.
How did you find it?
Oh, I found it really traumatic because I went to Larkhall Academy in first year. Then my parents thought they wanted to live by the sea. So I joined a second year at Mark College, not knowing a single soul, apart from my brother. He was older. He went into fifth year, I went into second year. And I was terrified. I was shy anyway, but going into a school where I didn't know a single soul was, oh, yes. So, but I soon made friends. Because it's funny, when I lived in Larkhall, I'm Deborah, and in Larkhall everyone called me Deborah. Moved to Troon, which is a wee bit more posher, I'd say, and everyone called me Debbie. But I soon made friends, and I think the gradual getting more confident in myself helped, having a good social friends. But we weren't all into music back then. Well, I think when I reached about 15, that's when I really found my foot and listened to more music. My brother Scott introduced me to a lot of bands like The Damned, Boomtown Rats, Martin Stevenson and the Dainties, a lot of bands my friends hadn't heard of. So I felt quite cool that I knew because my brother introduced me to these bands. Yeah, and my ears got opened up to all these different sounds.
Oh, I'm lonesome, I'm lovesick and I'm cold. Oh, I'm lonesome, I'm lovesick and I'm cold. Without you to hug, to kiss and to hold. Oh, I'm lonesome, I'm lovesick and I'm cold. I bought a scratch card, watched my dreams disappear. Really thought it would be my ticket out of here. A change of fortune, now that would really do. What I really want, honey, now is you. Fate conspires against me, leading us a merry dance. Getting slapped in the face by the hand of chance. But if I'm honest, and if the truth be told, honey, I'd make a move if I was bold. Right now I'm lonesome, I'm lovesick and I'm cold. Oh, I'm lonesome, I'm lovesick and I'm cold. Without you to hug, to kiss and to hold. Oh, I'm lonesome, I'm lovesick and I'm cold.
You're listening to 3TFM
Community Radio,
103.1,
broadcasting to Ardrossan
Saltcoats.
and Stevenson.
My very first concert, my brother Scott was supposed to go with his friend Alistair Fitchett, but Scott couldn't make it, so little Debbie Campbell, I think I was 17, went. Very first concert was up, I think, at the Glasgow Pavilion, was Everything But the Girl. And I remember my brother was in the Air Force at the time, and I wrote out from start to finish all the songs. I think I made him sick because he wanted to go, but Everything But the Girl was my first concert, and they just blew me away. I'm still a big Tracy Thorn fan. I think she's got the most beautiful voice. Yes.
When you met, say, somebody like me, they're a careers advisor at
Yes.
school, or a guidance teacher, even,
Yes.
whatever. What did they say to you, say, in your third, fourth year?
Oh, what do you want to do? And I said, I don't know. Wanted to be a hairdresser for a week, but I had dermatitis in my hands, so that... No, the careers advisor, I don't remember. If I'd met you, if I'd been at school, I think you would have changed my perspective on what I was going to be. I don't really remember what I was told. I wasn't very academic at school. I wasn't stupid, I wasn't silly, but I wasn't very academic. A hairdresser one week, archaeologist the next week. My dad wanted me to join Marks and Spencer's because he said a job for life then. I didn't know what I wanted. I still don't know what I want to do really. But no, music wasn't really featured then. I stayed on to 6 years. Well, I left halfway through 6 year. I loved 6 year. I began to get more confident, but I got offered a job halfway through 6 year as a clerical assistant in an accountant's practice in Troon. So I just left and went. Yeah.
You mentioned earlier as well that one of the big influences for you was your brother.
Yes,
And the kind of music he sort of asked you to go into.
His group of friends were all into the music, and it rubbed off on him, then it rubbed off on me. And he used to tell me about bands that nobody else had heard of. And I've still got all his LPs up in the loft somewhere. He was very much an influence on me, definitely.
Is there a song that reminds you of that kind of period that you'd like?
Probably
to
the
play?
Smiths. Martin Stevenson and the Dainties as well. I'm a huge fan of Martin Stevenson, as is my partner Robert, and we saw him recently at Pressfest in Prestwick. A particular song of Scott's that introduced me to, my partner Robert's going to hate me saying this, but probably Styx. Scott bought the Kilroy Was Here album, and I played that. I just thought it was such a powerful message, and it was very theatrical. I didn't realise it, but I loved performing on the stage. I joined Ayr Amateur Opera Company when I was about 28, so fairly late in life, and I loved performing on the stage. And so I think that Styx album really ignited the fire for me back then. Personality wise, I was starting to get a bit more confident. I think you have to when you start going out into the world of work. I was starting to get more confident within myself. Still not singing really, listening to music, but not. I think I would sing along to songs and my friends would say, "You've got quite a nice voice," and I think, "Hi, whatever," but not thinking. We didn't have social media back then. We didn't have the chances that people have now. So I still didn't think of myself as being a singer.
Is there a song that you've written recently that's in the album? that reminds you of that period?
Yes, it's probably the very first song on the album. It's called Never Had the Hunger. And it's about a conversation I had with my mum. I was singing at an event, and after I sung at it, my mum says, Deborah, she still calls me Deborah, of course. She said, where would you be now if you'd done this back then? And I said, but Mum, you know me, I wasn't confident back then, but I'm doing it now. I never had the hunger until now. So I think that's quite a good song to start the album off, because it is a bit my journey. There's a line in it, your little girl was living the dream she never knew she had. I didn't know I had this dream, but I'm embracing it now. I'm making up for lost time now.
Well, let's hear that track.
Okay, I'm going to bring in Scott Nicol, who helped co-write it with me. What to do a wee acoustic version just now? My mama said, my darling girl, back then, if you'd had the chance, where would you be now in this old world? You were made to sing and dance. My mama said, my darling girl, every time I hear your voice, it takes me to that place I know how I wish you'd had the choice. Mama, I've no regrets. I burnt my ship, and I'm doing it now. Mama, I've no regrets. I burnt my ship, 'cause I'm doing it now. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I've been kicked and been knocked down. I would wait a little longer to see you come around. Every time I sense a danger, oh, my heart it starts to pound. But I never had the hunger. I got it now.
You're listening to TVAyrshire Musical Journey in collaboration with 3TFM. And to watch Debbie's interview, check out our TVAyrshire YouTube channel, and you can like and subscribe.
Yes.
Extended family side.
Yes, and over in the corner here is my number one fan. Some folk would say my only fan is my wee mum, Peggy. She's been at almost all my concerts. Very much a supporter. She's even wearing one of my new t-shirts on today. My mum's got her they just came off the press yesterday. So yes, my mum, she's my rock. She's been there for me when I had doubts, and she's my hero. Because my brother sadly died in a car accident at age 23, and but he is very much in my mind every day as my mentor, putting me on the road to my path in my music, and my mum's been there every step of the way too. So yeah, she's my hero.
In between times when you're talking about Hansel Village,
yes.
there, I mean, I've done a wee bit of work in Hansel Village at times, and the work out there superb. What were you doing there?
I started off years ago working in the office, and I worked myself up to a fundraising assistant, and I was out promoting the work of Hansel. And that also helped me shape my confidence, because I used to go out and do talks to people talking about the work we do at Hansel, so it really helped. And being a performer, I think it did help very much so. I loved my job at Hansel, and I used to love telling people about Hansel. A lot of people didn't know what the name Hansel meant. A lot of folk thought it was Hansel and Gretel. Nope, Hansel's an old Scots word for a gift for a new beginning. How often do you see a new baby and you put a coin? That's you giving a gift for a new beginning. So that's what Hansel was started by Mr. and Mrs. Murdoch. They wanted to start a new beginning for people.
That kind of caring attitude you have, you know, you bring into the music industry, which is not a caring industry. Or would you agree with that? I've
been quite lucky so far in the music industry, but it can be quite ruthless. Yes, it can be quite ruthless. A lot of people can be quite unkind. I experienced that for the first time really when I was playing in the Twadugs in Ayr, and somebody from the local newspaper came in and did a wee video of us singing a particular song with my band The Splinters, and it went live, which was great, and it got so many views, but some of the comments from people who weren't even there was horrendous, and that really hurt. People saying, oh, she can't sing, what an awful song. It was just, and I hadn't experienced that before, but you've got to have a tough skin. And I think I've got a tougher skin now. yeah. I know I'm not going to appeal to everybody, but I try not to let that upset me. Yeah, we need to keep music alive. Use it or lose it.
Is there just one more track we can add in that you want us to play?
One more
And
track.
tell us the reason why.
Oh gosh, perhaps the ending track, Love, 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 Never Forget It. That is the last words that Terry Hall said before he sadly passed back in December 2022. Terry was one of our best singer-songwriters of our generation. I believe he was in the Specials, Fun Boy 3, The Colour Field. He worked with names such as Bananarama and many, many others. His words touched a generation, and my partner Robert was devastated. He was a lifelong fan, and that day I woke up and asked, "Is Robert, what's wrong?" He goes, "Terry Hall's passed." And he wrote lyrics to Love, 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 Never Forget It. And I think that's a very, very, very special song. The words are just so tender, and hopefully his work will go on.
Well, let's hear that track.
Thank you.
Love, 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 never forget it. Your star won't fade, we won't let it. Mid-December, you were taken. When I heard the news, my heart was breaking. Soundtrack to my youth and beyond. Felt we really had that special bond. Your humor, it was sharp and dry. I heard you were such a good guy. Oh, I heard you were such a good guy. Love, 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 never forget it. Your star won't fade, we won't let it. Love, 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 never forget it. Your star won't fade, we won't let it.
3TFM Community Radio 103.1.
Local radio by local people.
How would you describe your voice?
Oh gosh, it's got a bit deeper over the years. I'm a huge Karen Carpenter fan, and one of the nicest compliments I ever got was from my friend Robert Smith, who I've done some writing with years ago, said to his wife, "Who does that remind you of?" And the two of them said Karen Carpenter. Well, I was totally blown away by that. People say to me I've got a nice tone to my voice. I don't always like listening back to myself. But also another compliment, I'm a huge Imelda May fan. For those of you who don't know who Imelda May is, she's a great Irish singer. Does a bit of rockabilly, but not just rockabilly. And somebody said to me, "You're like a Scottish version of Imelda May," which, I'll take that any day. My voice, I think it lends itself to a lot of genres. I do a lot of Burns singing as well. Somebody says I've got a kind of jazzy type voice. And also a bit edgy, a bit punky. I don't really know how I'd describe my voice. It can be a wee bit country at times as well. I think it's good not to pigeonhole yourself.
You're frightened to slot yourself into some sort of wee box.
Yes,
Because you want to survive in this game.
Of course, yes.
And I've heard your voice and I've heard your tracks. I've listened to your tracks.
Thank you.
There is a kind of country in there.
There is.
But that's me. I've picked that up. Would you agree with that?
I think the album that I'm bringing out has got a kind of country feel to it. Yes, I think country music's quite good. It tells stories about heartache and about blues, and I think probably country. You're telling a story.
Yeah. And country music's moved on from the Hank Williams type
Yes,
stuff.
definitely.
It's very razzmatazz now.
It's quite poppy country now. I do like a bit of Dolly Parton, and I do like Hank Williams, and bit of Burns. I'm a big Burns fan. Love Eddie Reader singing the Burns. She influenced me to go into the Burns singing as well. Just love what she did with the songs and the orchestration as well. Beautiful.
Your first sort of introduction to music, was it Press Fest?
Introduction to music?
Did you break in that way? Or?
No, Press Fest came later on. I had gone to a singing teacher to get some lessons, and my first time singing solo in public, I was aged 23, I was terrified. I think I'd lost about 2 stone in weight because I was so scared, because it was in the Walker Hall in Troon. My mum and dad were there, and I hadn't sung in public before. And I sung Another Suitcase in Another Hall from Evita, one of my favourite musicals. And I borrowed my dad's wee wooden suitcase and I plunked it on the stage, and you could hear it bang. So that was like my introduction. Was Mrs. Maley, Christine Maley, and it was Concerti School of Music she set up in Brassy, and she was the one probably that brought me out my shell. And then I joined Ayr Amateur Opera Company.
Don't let those fools fool you, dragging you down all the time. Don't let those fools fool you, ain't no diamonds in this mine. Don't let those fools fool you, my child. Don't let those fools fool you, my child. That's one small window you're looking through, thinking it gives you a worldview. Stealing time, freedom, your idea. You're screaming loudly, but nobody hears. Don't let those fools fool you, dragging you down all the time. Don't let those fools fool you, with no diamonds in this mine. Don't let those fools fool you, my child. Don't let those fools fool you, my child.
I've had this over the years, the music industry in Scotland. I like to concentrate in Ayrshire a wee bit. You hear people talk about Glasgow's the place to go and Edinburgh's the place to go. Why is Ayrshire not the place to go?
I don't know why Ayrshire's not the place to go, because we have got some phenomenal musicians. I've got Cassie Lockhart, a fantastic singer-songwriter from Ayr. She's going to be supporting me in my album launch night. We've got the Mockingbirds, who are a phenomenal original band from Ayr. We've got, there's too many to remember. We've got Pelican Rogue, Scott Russell, who is chairman of Pressfest, a phenomenal Ayrshire band as well, original stuff. I don't know why it's not as popular down here as it is in Glasgow. Whether we haven't got the proper venue. We do have venues, but sadly they've not been looked after. We've got Venue 38 though, in Ayr, which they're trying to bring in the bands. It's a great venue. It used to be Madison's nightclub. I've forgotten what it was before that. I don't know why we don't have the same popularity as Glasgow, but hopefully we can do something about that to change people's thoughts. I'm thinking about my next album now. I'm thinking, I don't know how well my first album will do. Hopefully it'll be fine. But yeah, always have goals. Always have things to look forward to. Go out and join clubs. Meet like-minded people. Like, I've surrounded myself with people like Scott and my partner Robert, who writes as well. I go to open mic nights. We're hopefully going to one very soon at the Centre Stage. They do a fantastic open mic. It's all inclusive. Anybody from any background can go to it. I go to concerts. I've got a good group of friends. I've got a great support from my family as well. Surround yourself with people that mean something to you. Get rid of the toxic people. You don't need them.
You're not frightened to say you're 53 years. I was raised never to mention a lady's age.
I know. Well, hopefully I don't look it. I feel young inside. No, I don't mind that at all, because my message is about if I can do it, anybody can do it. You're never too old to follow your dreams. The only thing to regret is not doing it. And that's what I said to my mum. I'm doing it now.
We've talked about plans for the future.
Yes.
Know, musically, what is the next step?
Well, I've got my own band. I'm in a band called The Splinters, a 4-piece, so we're doing lots of gigs. I sing with Scott as well. I sing with my friend Michael in Burness. We're not an original band, but that's the original name of Robert Burns. So we do a lot of Burns songs, Burness. Sing with my friend Pat and the Cactus Friends. I'm not missed the end out, have I? Apologies if I have. So I've got lots of dates in the diary. I'm always filling myself with gigs. I'm a very creative person. I'm doing more songwriting with Scott as well. I go to concerts. I try to. My mum keeps me busy as well. I've got a dog that I like to walk as well, and my son keeps me busy. My son's going to be 16 soon, and he's always going to the gym and I'm running him here, there. So keep myself busy, listening to music, finding out about new artists as well. Just trying to live life the best I can. Okay, this song is called Beyond Belief. Our good friend Alec Frew from Kilmarnock sadly lost his wife Anne-Marie, and he wrote this song and he sent it to myself and Scott and says, look, can you guys do something with this? So this is Beyond Belief, written by Alec Frew for his wife Anne-Marie. Got up this morning, the rain was coming down. Took a walk to this old town. Brought back the flowers, the roses they were red. Your favorites, you once said. And it hurts beyond belief, every day your face I see, when I think of all the things we used to do. Yes, it hurts beyond belief, every day your face I see. I only know I'll keep on loving you. Darling, I only know I'll keep on loving you. Such a long, long road to travel, such a long, long way to go, but you'll be waiting, this I know. The seasons, they are changing, but you won't change anymore. When I think of all the days we had before, and it hurts beyond belief, every day your face I see, when I think of all the things we used to do. Yes, it hurts beyond belief, every day your face I see. I only know I'll keep on loving you. Darling, I only know I'll keep on loving you. The flowers in my hand. When I kneel before you, I know you'll understand. So I'll leave these blood red roses and softly walk away. I know you'll be with me every day. And it hurts beyond belief, every day your face I see, when I think all the things we used to do. Yes, it hurts beyond belief, every day your face I see. I only know I'll keep on loving you. Darling, I only know I'll keep on loving you. Darling, I only know I'll keep on loving you. I'll leave these blood red roses, a special kind of red, your favorites, you once said.
You're listening to 3TFM
Community Radio
103.1,
broadcasting to Ardrossan
Saltcoats
and Stevenson.
You're listening to TVAyrshire Musical Journey in collaboration with 3TFM. And to watch Debbie's interview, check out our TVAyrshire YouTube channel, and you can like and subscribe.